Namaskar. When we are starting to meditate, we are trying to sit in a proper posture. Posture is important. We sit cross-legged. One option is to sit like this. It is called Bhojanasana or eating posture, because in India they eat in this position. There is Ardha Padmasana or half lotus like this, and even there is a harder posture which is called full lotus, Padmasana, like this. So when you sit like that in this position, after some time, especially in the West, we are not accustomed to sit like this. We start to feel pain in the knees, and many people they even cannot sit even for a second. They cannot sit like this. So how to alleviate that pain and how to become more flexible? When I started to meditate, it was completely impossible for me to sit in the lotus position. The best I could master, it was this kind of posture. The back, the backbone was curved and the knees were like that. And I was experiencing an extreme discomfort by sitting in this position. I was feeling pain in the knees, and after, I don't know, maybe after 1 month or 2 months of practice, the pain has become unbearable. I was not able to really tolerate that pain. I could sit only 5 minutes. After that, the pain would knock me off. And then I would sit maybe 5 minutes like this. Then I would put one leg like this, meditate for 3 minutes. Then I put another leg like this, meditate another 5 minutes. So I was really trying to figure it out how to do. So I find several things are important to improve the flexibility. Number one is food. Some foods, which in natural therapy classified as acidic, causing a lot of pain in the knees. Fried food, oily food, fat food, sweet proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. These foods affect the flexibility of the body. So, of course, carbohydrates and proteins and fats are needed for the body, but there has to be balance. You have to have a lot of vegetables and fruits, and then some of the heavy stuff. So you try to introduce into your diet a lot of raw food, a lot of salad, a lot of vegetables, lots of fruits, and also very beneficial for the body to improving flexibility is very simple boiled food. I love actually simple food, but simple food you should enjoy. It's not like you are eating simple food and you are suffering, you don't enjoy it. So I love potatoes, boiled potatoes, any kind of boiled food I love. With some sauce, make some olive oil and lemon juice and soy sauce, and then you dip the boiled food in that and you eat. It's nice, it's good. So simple food is very good for the body. The more complications are there in the food, the more difficult to digest, the harder it becomes on the body. So simplifying your diet, and of course vegetarian diet is the best. And also not only vegetarian, but sentient, sattvic diet. Sattvic means also no mushroom, no garlic, no onions. Those garlics and onions are very harmful for the yogic body. Many people say, no, the garlic onion is beautiful, it's very nice and is good for health. For a yogi, it is poisonous. It is very harmful. So if you want to have a flexible body, and yeah, it's kind of resilient body, the resilient, flexible, and tolerant body. What is the word? Like, yeah, endurance. If you want to improve your endurance, then go with vegetarian diet. That's number one. Also, if you take in the morning, if you take water, it's very important. water helps to purify the body from toxins. So plain water is good. Like people think that I'm drinking tea all the time, coffee is good enough. But actually, tea and coffee, they dehydrate the body. So it's not enough. If you take 1 cup of tea, you should take 10 cups of water to compensate for the effect of the tea. So it is important to take plain water, especially in the morning. You wake up, you go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, clean your tongue, and then you take water. Warm, lukewarm water, 250 grams, half a liter, even 1 liter you take in installments. Don't take an entire 1 liter at once, but take it in the morning. Very important. That will start a special process in the body, and you will feel thirsty the whole day. You will like to drink the whole day. And that water will purify the body from the toxins. And there is one special, very simple but very powerful recipe. You take a cup of water, squeeze a little bit of lemon juice there, and then put a pinch of salt. The salt almost you don't feel. It becomes like a kind of mineral water. That type of taste. It's not really salty, it's a little bit just a pinch of salt. So that salt creates the electrical, changes the electrical quality of the water. So the molecules of water become, get the ability to penetrate into the cells. So the water penetrating into the cells and purifying the body. This is one important factor. So proper diet, drinking water. Another thing is to purify the body from toxin is fasting. I enjoy fasting. I have done, I think, I don't know how many actually I have done, 50, and then you multiply by 20. More than 1,000 days of fasting is more than 3 years of dry fasting, without water, without drinking, without eating. Yeah, like 3 years I have experience of fasting. Fasting is beautiful. It purifies the body from the toxins, and also the mind, purifies the mind. Like sometimes I have the emotional burn up. I don't want to do anything because I've given too much of my energy talking to people and traveling. So in that condition, fasting cures me in 1 day. I fast, next day I'm full of energy. So, and for this, for the knee problem, fasting is also very good. Both type of fasting, dry fasting and also the fasting on water, liquid fasting. Purification from the toxin. Another great factor is the mind. You can do so many things, but you don't address the issues in your mind. If the mind is not flexible, the mind is full of structures, full of distortions, full of suffering, the body, it will be reflected in the body. It will be reflected in the body. There was one interesting instance. One brother came for our retreat, and we did normal things. We were doing meditation 3 times a day or 4 times a day. We were doing asanas a couple of times a day. And we were doing like this 3 days. After retreat, he came to me, he said, Dada, I almost cannot believe, but I just have to admit, I am practicing martial arts, and flexibility is essential. I'm always trying to become more flexible. For years I'm trying, but I cannot progress much. My body is very stiff. But in this retreat I didn't do nothing. I did even asanas, I skipped a couple of classes, yoga classes. Even those I skipped. But because of some magic you did here, my body has become much more flexible. I cannot believe what has happened. I said, no, this your mind. In your mind, the mind is the seed of the state of the body. If something changes in the mind, the body changes automatically. And he said, yeah, I believe now, this is very inspiring. So I remember when I started to meditate like that, so I would sit And I would challenge myself. I would say, no, I will focus, I will concentrate no matter what. I will just focus. And if I feel pain, it means I'm not focusing enough. And you won't believe, but by some magic, what happens in the mind, when you achieve concentration, the brain, I don't know, scientifically, the research has to be done on that. But practically, as a practitioner, I know. You start meditating tired. You sit and you are trying to manage somehow, focus the mind. But as you managed to become focused, your scattered mind, you brought into one pointed concentration. Then you will feel immediately that your spine has become erect and it is easy to hold in that position. You become very straight and very sharp, very fresh, just like you feel energy. At the same time, the brain, I think, produces some anesthetic substances. It's, I think, some inner, really interesting substances the brain produces. Maybe if I'm stopped with those substances in my brain, maybe the police will stop me. Because something very, very interesting the brain produces. It anesthetizes the body. There is no pain. It revitalizes the body. You feel like energy suddenly. And the flexibility comes. The flexibility. So I would say, in my experience, in my opinion, meditation is the most effective means for attaining flexibility. It's not at the body level. The food helps, purification, the fasting, elimination of the toxin helps, the water with lemon juice helps, but what helps the most is your mind, your state of mind. And as you untwist the mind, as you purify the mind in the process of meditation, it reflects in the changes of your body. Everything changes, actually. When I look at my pictures in childhood, like when I'm 18 years old and 19 years old, I look and I see it's a very crude boy, actually, a rough boy. It's there was changes. Something has happened to the body also. So the body has become flexible, different. The eyes is different, everything. The face has become different. It's interesting. How not to believe in meditation if this kind of things are happening to you? Another thing for the knees, very important for the knees, is to give a moderate exercise. Walking is good, just walking, and especially you go up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. It trains the knees, it's very good for the knees. And another very powerful exercise for the knees is called Kaushiki dance. Kaushiki dance. That dance even cures the very bad conditions of the knees. So this number of factors, if you apply, your knees are going to become flexible. But be careful, don't force yourself too much when you are sitting. Don't like overcome pain. You feel so much pain, but you still sit, following my example. No, you try to support your legs with different pillows. Put the pillow, very important, under the buttocks. Lift up yourself. Lift yourself up, and then it reduces the pressure on the knees. And then if you are really tired, if you feel too much pain, then you just put your leg like this and continue meditating. So be gentle with yourself, don't force yourself, otherwise you can actually, in some cases, you can traumatize further. So go very slowly, but the number of these factors, proper food, sattvic diet, no meat, no fish, no garlic, onion, eggs, mushrooms, alcohol, tobacco, you remove those things, oh, your body becomes just very happy, very young and happy. Then drinking morning, take water. Whole day you have to take water, but morning is very important. Morning take water, and especially this cup of water with lemon juice. Even 1 liter of water like this with lemon juice and some pinch of salt you can take. Yeah, and try to balance food. Try to eat simple food. Simple is best. And especially if you learn how to enjoy simple food, oh, you are the lucky man. I enjoy simple food. For me, it's just potato and pickled cucumber is enough. Or sauerkraut. I love that. Simple. No need, nothing else I need. So simple food. Some salad, some vegetables, baked vegetables, boiled vegetables. Good. Yeah, food, cleansing, fasting, water, kaoshiki dance, and meditation. And then props. Lift up your buttocks, support your knees, and you will be fine. You see, I'm sitting now okay. Even though when I started I was like this. I was 18 years old. You can imagine. By 18 years of age, I've spoiled my body so much, and I was so stiff in the mind. You know what is stiffness? Fear. Afraid to live. You don't want to live. It's like you feel danger, everything. You think that, oh baby, baby, it's wild world. You feel like this world is a place of danger. And then there are many things. For example, constipation is also because of fear in the mind, because of the mind is stuck. Is also like there is a constipation in the body when person cannot go to toilet. Likewise, there is a constipation in the mind. The mind doesn't release. Mind hold on different pains, hold on different feelings of being hurt, on feelings of revenge. So many things are there. So it's like a constipation in the mind, like a disease of the mind. So by starting doing meditation, you're releasing all those things. You let it go. You let it go. It's just like and disappears slowly, slowly, not immediately, but slowly, slowly it disappears. And of course, principles of Jama and Yama, it helps to straighten the mind. The mind becomes healthy. So healthy mind, healthy body. Healthy body, healthy mind. Yeah. So maybe you also know some ways how to improve the condition of the knees. You can share in the comments. It will be helpful for other viewers. Thank you very much. Namaskar.